the hotel. Watching Home Shopping and eating greasy snacks, I decided to explore the city. Only 2 minutes from the hotel, staring at Google Maps, I literally bumped into a boy. Wow! Huh? He was super cute, around my age, with a bunch of spilled food boxes on the ground with noodles and soup streaming out. Ugh, are you blind? Excuse me? First, you spilled that all over me. Second, do you have any idea how much these jeans cost? Apologize to me right now! Apologize? Really? He came awkwardly close to me, and my heart started beating hard. And then he grabbed the phone from my hand and threw it in a garbage can. I guess as phones get smarter, Americans get dumber. The dude had some nerve. I was stunned. But I couldn't let him get away that easy. So I quickly took my phone and whistled at him. As he turned, I threw a mostly full soup box right on his head and darted off. With a satisfied smile, I walked up to a surprisingly super clean public restroom to freshen up. And after that, I realized that I was really hungry. A ramen shop called Kenji's looked good, so I was about to take a seat outside when the very same boy came out to give me a menu. His eyes kind of bugged out of his head. You? What, you mapped out how to ruin my day further? Ew, who even are you? Stand back, I can fight. I know karate. Oh, should I use this plate as a shield? You're gonna fight me with a flower? Yeah, rose thorns hurt. I showed him, putting my finger right on the thorn as I said that. Ouch! Okay, easy now. Stand still. Kenji walked carefully in my direction and slowly took a napkin from the table and put it around my bleeding finger. I got lost in his deep brown eyes while he held my hand. Now go away. You're like a walking bad luck charm. I don't want you here. I am not. Maybe it's your bad luck town, or maybe the whole island is bad luck. Ugh! I stormed back to the hotel, charged a sandwich to our room, and suddenly remembered that I'd forgotten my phone. As I went back to town, I saw 2 men talking to Kenji, so I pretended I was shopping for an umbrella next door. They couldn't see me, and I could hear everything. You said you'd have the payment today. We can't wait forever. I'm sorry. Business has just been slow, and there was an accident with a delivery. I already have too much debt, so please don't charge me more interest. Please give me some more time. You have 1 week. I felt bad for Kenji and peeked over the umbrella to see his handsome face. I sneakily grabbed my phone from the outside table as soon as he walked inside and raced back to our family's rooms, intent on paying Kenji for the food I ruined. I flung the door open, hitting my dad in the face as he was about to go out. Oh, my nose! Gosh, Dad, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were standing there. What's your big hurry? Did I mention tact was not always my strong suit? I ruined a boy's giant food delivery order by mistake. And well, can I have some money to cover the costs and pay him back? He's doing it all on his own and he needs to… First you lose our passports, which is costing me a bundle to replace. And I've got to pay for us to stay here until we get the new ones. So we're missing our real vacation that I already paid for. I am not giving you money to show off in front of some locals you'll never see again. You don't understand because you never earn your own money and you have no idea how hard it is. And I have to keep paying for the cost of your clumsiness. I remained quiet because a part of me believed that he was right. I'll show him that I'm a lot more than he thinks I am. The next day, I went back to the restaurant, ready to prove Dad wrong and also make things right with Kenji. What if I help you? I can cook. I've boiled eggs before, so how hard can the rest be? Or I can clean. Look. Look. Just give me a chance, please. I'll work extra hard. I offered him my hand to help me get up. He reached for my hand, but just as I held onto it, he let go and pretended to fix his hair, and I ended up falling on my butt. It's okay, Becca. Take deep breaths. So next, I used a girl's strongest weapon, crying, too loud, and people walking by started giving him the side eye. That's when he covered my mouth with his hand and dragged me towards the kitchen. Stop making things difficult for me. Give me a chance. I just wanted to help. You could do more business. Please. This time he almost smiled, but still said no and pointed for me to leave. Just then, it looked like a couple was coming into his restaurant when it began raining, and then they quickly ran away to take cover somewhere else. Kenji looked frustrated and then turned to me. We need more customers. Help us be full all day tomorrow and then we're even. If you fail, you leave me alone. Challenge accepted. The next morning, on my way, I saw that some of the restaurants had signboards on the sidewalk. So, I made a signboard for Kenji's restaurant. I walked back and forth outside, showing everyone my artwork instead of it just sitting on the sidewalk. I thought I did amazing, but Kenji wasn't happy. What is this? Your sign says crunchy best soup. We serve ramen, not soup. You are horrible at this. Okay, you don't have to be rude. That first day, I only got one American hippie couple to come into the restaurant. Okay, I bribed them by giving them all the cash I had on me, but it was a start. The next day, I invented a ramen dance and told people if they ate there, they'd have all kinds of energy, like I did. Even if they didn't understand me, I sang and danced. Ramen's so good! Yum yum yum! Koko no saiko no ramen!
Honey girl, we'll try your ramen.
Ew, his breath stinks. He and his friend looked familiar, but I couldn't place them. I was just glad we had customers. But when I looked at Kenji, he looked tense. It took me a moment to realize those were the guys who asked Kenji for money. I knew I had to do something to help. That night in the hotel, I sat with my family as we watched Mission Impossible on the TV. Mission Impossible? Maybe a car giveaway? I decided to make an Instagram page for Kenji's restaurant where I posted about the giveaway.
Stop texting, it's annoying. Surely that's not more important than our family time.
I got a job. I'm working at a ramen restaurant.
Ha! Restaurants that small can't give out jobs. Ridiculous.
It doesn't matter. I have a job. Wait, how did you know it was small?
It's obvious. What big business would hire you? We're supposed to be on vacation, so of course you try to work. Now I'm worried that you'll make a mess and it'll cost me money again to fix it.
Not this time, Dad. Trust me. Ben didn't pay any attention. Mom didn't look up from the TV. That's nice, honey. Just move aside from the TV. The following day, I was about to discuss the car giveaway with Kenji when his grandmother came around and patted me on the back. Kenji translated her signing.
She says, "You're the unwelcome girl. Thanks to your dancing, we now have more customers."
Aw, thank you, Grandma. I began pulling chairs where they needed to go. Grandma laughed, and I turned to see Kenji awkwardly sitting on the ground. You should try using a chair.
Thanks, American. I'll do that next time.
Okay, I have a plan. We could do an internet contest. Whoever gets the most comments posting their meal from this restaurant gets a car.
Does it look like I can afford to give away a car?
Oh no, I think I clearly hit the oops, I did it button. A few days later, I let go of feeling bad for making the announcement as customers started pouring in, and we were doing really well. Kenji looked at me for the first time, like he was genuinely happy I was there. And maybe, just maybe, he would say something super sweet. But my family walked in and completely spoiled the moment.
So this little dump is where our daughter works. She has even less taste than she has brains.
Don't you pay any attention to him, honey. I'm proud of you.
Do you have sushi?
It's a ramen restaurant! But then, Mom turned to Kenji's grandmother and started being super embarrassing. Hi, so we wanto luncho? Okie dokie? Mom, stop that. That's not Japanese. It's rude and horrible. Grandma signed to me that she could hear them, they were so loud. I quickly put food in front of them to give their mouths something to do. The next moment, everything went silent and all the lights went out. Dad and Ben looked outside.
It's a blackout.
Customers quickly left to go home, but my people, oh yeah, they stayed to finish their meal. While Kenji explained the problem with the city power grid, I wondered if I did my ramen dance, I could get my parents to leave and go back to the hotel. Maybe I could get back to that moment with Kenji. Well, look what I have in my purse. Mom, not now. The embarrassment was real. I tried to get her to put the cards away. I pushed, she pulled, and finally she pulled her hand away from me, holding them up like a trophy. Yes, now is the perfect time for a family game of hearts. With your friends, of course. In my head, I was imagining the rom-com version of how Kenji and I would excuse ourselves while everyone else played. We'd go do the dishes, and he'd take my soapy hand or just lean in and kiss me sweetly. Nope, that didn't happen.
Grandma and I love cards.
You'll never win against my mom. Maybe you shouldn't try.
Oh, thank you, honey.
Kenji looked fierce as Mom dealt. Grandma started winning over everyone. Suddenly, two guys came in with their hoodies on. One of them was holding a knife.
I don't think they're here to cut vegetables. Give us all the money and nobody gets hurt.
Only as he was waving the knife, his hoodie came down and Kenji immediately knew who he was.
We had an agreement. I have 1 week. Do you think we're stupid? Everyone is talking about your car giveaway. You clearly have money.
Suddenly, Kenji looked at me.
Don't tell me you did that.
I heard him talking to you about some payment you needed to make. I just thought I'd help you rake in customers. And it worked, right? Also, everybody knows it's just marketing. Nobody really wins at these.
Do you know anything about hard work and honesty? You want to do everything the easy way, even if it means tricking people. Hands up, now!
In my argument with Kenji, I forgot for a moment that we were in a bad situation. Dad slowly raised his hands like in the movies. I flung mine up in frustration, and of course, the cards flew out of my hands with such force that one of them flew at the guy who'd held the knife and he dropped it.
Oh, paper cut!
Kenji did the fastest ninja move, grabbing the knife from the floor and held it at the guy. Ben tackled the other one and held him down while he looked directly at Dad.
You need to pay double for the hassle. You didn't even do the job properly. You were supposed to show up after I left, but you messed up the whole thing. Just leave, or now you'll lose your job as a collector.
Mom, Ben, Kenji, and I all gasped. Grandma kicked Dad in the shin.
Ow, don't blame me. Our business uses these guys to collect loans all over Asia.
You're a loan shark?
Yeah, how do you think we can afford everything? You're not naive enough to believe that my job as a bank manager pays that much, are you?
So you paid him to rob Kenji's restaurant?
No, I paid him to get a payment. Also, when you told us you were working here, I promised a bonus if they could scare you from coming back here. I was protecting you.
Protecting me? From what? From ever finding my potential? Dad stormed off, and Mom and Ben followed him. I decided to stay to talk to Kenji. Kenji, wait!
Just stay away from me. You and your family have done enough damage.
Okay, I will. But please, don't report my dad to the cops. He's messed up, but he's still my dad.
Unbelievable.
He and his grandmother walked away, and I was left there reeling. The next day, with restored power, our passports finally came in, and Dad told us to head to Bali. But what Dad was doing was wrong. I thought about what I could do. Then, a few moments after we arrived at the airport, the police came to arrest my dad.
Becca, why do you always mess everything up? How could you do this to your own dad?
I didn't! I can't believe you still don't trust me after everything! It turns out that the cops arrested the thugs after they got complaints of nuisance from the neighborhood last night, and they confessed about the involvement of an American tourist.
You're the one who messed everything up. You should learn to take accountability instead of blaming Becca for everything that's your fault. I can't believe you.
I looked at my mom, surprised. I had never seen her get this angry with Dad until now. Mom looked at me like she knew what I'd been waiting to do since this morning when we drove to the airport. She nodded at me, and I sprinted. When I reached Kenji's, my heart was pounding with anticipation. He looked surprised to see me.
Did you lose something?
I'm so sorry about everything. What I did was wrong. I get it now. Asking you not to report my dad was selfish, and I've learned that quick fixes don't solve real problems. I really want to make things right. I want to earn your trust, even if it takes time.
You know, I wasn't expecting you to come back.
Please, don't tell me to leave again.
You actually helped us a whole lot, even when your help was a little bit weird and unconventional. Come on, who dances to promote a ramen restaurant? Who creates a giant, unethical, but effective giveaway without any planning? Who takes down an armed robber with a playing card?
As Kenji pointed to me, he leaned in, touching his forehead to mine. It was the most magical moment of my life. I knew he was gonna kiss me.
क्या क्या